Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my new video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my final thoughts about the Olympics, the winners, the losers. I'm going to go through a few Western articles about what the Westerners think about the Olympics and what my thoughts are and what my opinions are. So, without further ado, before I start the video, I have a few requests and a few things I want to talk about. Okay, there's a few things I want to get off my chest, guys. My Patreon count is 41 at the moment, and it was up to 45, 46 at one point. The 5 of you who have unsubscribed, I have sent you emails, and if you see this video, then make sure you message me and maybe tell me why you've unsubscribed. I'd like to know your reasons. So this is the thing, guys. I'm not doing this for fun. A lot of you know my reasons for starting this channel, and I will try and explain again. I see a huge amount of anti-Asian violence happening around the world, and I see a lot of lies in the media, and I see a lot of lies from the politician. And it's channels like myself who try and debunk a lot of these lies that's going on around the world. And if I can help, having someone on the fence look at my channel at one point and think, hang on a second, this guy's talking the truth, this guy's debunking a lot of the lies, what the media is telling me is lies, then I've done my job. So it's not just for fun I'm doing this, I'm also doing it for various reasons. And I got to tell you guys, it's a lot of work to create channels, to spread the truth. I do enjoy talking about geopolitics, but then again, I've got better things to do with my life as well. I've got, dreams, aspirations, I've got goals that I need to achieve, and I need to spend some time working on those goals as well. So when I see Patreons of just 41, it really is peanuts, absolute peanuts, and then you got, all of these anti-Asian channels, such as this guy, for example. And he's got 822k subscribers. His mate Serpent ZA's got over I think it's got nearly 1 million. And it's not just those two. You get other YouTubers as well. You see these YouTubers, it's just spreading. All of these YouTubers have realized that talking anti-Asian stuff, anti-Chinese stuff, gets them lots of views, gets them lots of likes, gets them lots of customers. So a lot of the top YouTubers are jumping on the bandwagon and doing this. So that's what I'm fighting against. And then when I look at the amount of support I get, this is a joke. I can close this YouTube down tomorrow, and the amount of money I lose from this, it really doesn't make any difference to me whatsoever. Sometimes what you guys need to do, you need to support channels like myself, so we can continue continue fighting the fight. You may have noticed other pro-China channels such as Geopolitics in conflict as well. I spoke to the guys as well, and even they don't get as much support. And you will see that they don't make many videos as they used to. You will see them doing one video every 2 weeks, for example, right now, because they don't get the support. Same way I don't get the support. And a lot of channels don't get the support that we deserve or what we need, and we cannot do this without the support. You might think, why don't I do it for free? Why don't you do it for free? Do you know the amount of hard work that goes into making these videos, the amount of research that goes into it? Yeah, I can do it up to a point, but I can't do it forever. I've got a life. And sometimes we need that support, and we need to be working. 41 patrons not gonna pay for a single bill. And I'll tell you, some of you are probably saying, oh, I don't need to pay for Patreon, this does not affect me, this is not important to me. Well, if you're overseas Chinese, or if you're an overseas Asian, for example, and your brothers or your sisters, or maybe your son or your daughter, or somebody a friend goes abroad to study, and then he gets beaten up and gets put into a coma, or maybe even killed, then you will realize, oh crap, I should have supported this movement, because it's happening all around you, whether you like it or not. Asians are being beaten up, Asians are being killed all over the world, And it's channels like myself that actually try and stop that from happening, because we give a different viewpoint to what's out there. You know, with all of this anti-Asian, anti-Chinese hate is going on by the newspapers, by the politicians, you know, we have a job to try and, you know, disprove that and to debunk all of those lies that's going on around the world. You know, it's not just channels like myself, there's other channels who try and support, but we just don't get the support from you guys. And when I see my patrons going down and down and down, even though I'm creating more videos for you guys, I'm trying to, you know, put more stuff out there, I'm trying to entertain you guys as well at the same time. You know, I just think, is it really worth it? Is it really worth me doing this anymore? I might as well just shut the channel down and just, you know, I'm much better off just, you know, going onto YouTube and listening to other people's channels. Why should I go through all of this work if I don't get the support? So seriously guys, just need to wake up, start supporting the channels that you like, because if I'm gone, then, you know, who else is out there? There's not many out there. You know, this is not a channel about bikinis or films. I mean, I watch a lot of film channels as well, and you got people like Nedrotic who go on live streams and they make thousands and thousands of dollars per live stream. And you see all of these people like paying them, like supporting them, $100, $50, you know, super chat. And films and stuff, and you know, if you have a channel of talking about bikinis, for example, showing off half naked women, again people are, you know, paying them and supporting them with their money, you know. But this channel is important. Geopolitics, you know, the stuff that I'm doing is quite important for the world. I feel like I'm, you know, sending a real message out. I feel like I'm actually helping people here, but I just don't get the help back. I just don't get the support back. Rant over, guys. So like I said, try and support the channels that you like, you enjoy. Channels like myself, for example. If I don't get the support, you know, I've got no choice but to just end it all and just go back to doing what I'm doing, because it's just not worth it for me anymore. Also, this is from my Buy Me a Coffee page as well, and as you can see, from the past 30 days I've only earned £35, which is very, very low. So even if you like the video and you want to buy me a coffee, that's at least helps out, rather than you joining Patreon, for example. You can do that, but again, you know, nobody buys me coffees anymore apart from one or two people. So yeah, that's it guys. You just need to keep on supporting your best YouTube channels, otherwise we're just not going to survive. We just can't survive without your support. So anyway, that's all for now, so let's continue with the video. So the Olympics has finally ended, and there's a lot of stories going around the media, and I'm going to share quite a few of you with you today. Starting with the good news, China celebrates record Winter Olympics haul by beating the US. So let's start with the medals haul, shall we? As you can see, China is in 3rd place and United States is in 4th. And United States is not going to be happy about that, but it's down to their own fault really. And let's see how Great Britain has done. Great Britain has finally won 1 gold in the final day, I believe. And they're in 19th place. And I remember in the last Winter Olympics, Great Britain was exactly in the same place, 19th. So they can't really complain too much. I'm going to compare it with the Winter Olympics in South Korea and where things were back then. And as you can see, Norway and Germany are always top. Norway will always be the best at Winter Olympics because Norway itself is covered in snow, so everybody and anyone does winter sports in Norway. Germany the same. There's a lot of snow mountains in Germany. A lot of Germans go to Switzerland for skiing as well, Swiss Alps. So Germany is very good for winter sports. Same with Norway. Canada is also very good with winter sports. Canada is also, there's a lot of snow in Canada. And you can see in South Korea they won 11 medals. But for this game, for some reason, they're all the way to the bottom, and they've only won 4 gold medals, and they are 11th place. So in terms of Canada, they've done very, very badly. United States is in 4th, but in South Korea they won 9 gold medals, while this time they won 8. So it's not too bad. Netherlands and Sweden, will always do well. South Korea did well as well by 5. This year they done, I believe they did about 2. Yeah, they won 2 gold medals. So you can see the difference, and you can see Great Britain all the way 19th place with 1 gold medal in South Korea, same as it is now. So Great Britain hasn't really moved up, they're still the same. So let's look at some articles, shall we? Olympics suffers record low ratings amid China's human rights controversy. Well, a lot of channels in the States and all of the world actually were not showing the Winter Olympics. And I know for UK, for instance, when the South Korean Winter Olympics was going on, a lot of channels were showing it constantly. But this time, not many channels were showing it, and I'm pretty sure it's the same in America. A lot of channels decided not to show it, so that's why if you're not going to show it, there's not going to be many viewers about it. So I think that's down to the broadcasters not showing enough stuff. I think this Winter Olympics actually had a lot more drama than the past Winter Olympics. So a couple of standout stars like Eileen Gu, all the controversy surrounding her, all the controversy with the dope scandal, and plus I'm sure a lot of Americans would have loved to beat China. So a lot of Americans would have been, rooting on their American counterparts and saying, yeah, we must beat China, we must beat China. And same way Chinese would have wanted to beat America as well, and a lot of Chinese would have been focusing and pushing China to win against the United States. But then you don't really look at these ratings. I don't think these ratings are true, because if you think about it, the Chinese would have been, there's 1.4 billion people in China, and I'm sure most people in China would have been watching these games or rooting on their favorite stars, and and these records, I don't think it adds all of the Chinese stations and everything like that. I think these are just American ratings. So I don't think this is true. If you look at it in terms of the worldwide ratings, it would definitely be higher than the Tokyo Olympics and the South Korean Olympics as well. So that's my viewpoint. The next one, it says China should never have been allowed to hold these Olympics. Why? Because of these fake accusations, and you can see how ridiculous that article is. Some of these articles you can see, it says China celebrates his joyless spectacles. So can you see the words they use? Joyless spectacle. Joyless to who? Because 1.4 billion people in China, they were really, really happy with the games. They were, people are so happy watching these games and watching their favorite stars win, watching Eileen Gu win. So it definitely wasn't a joyless spectacle. I wouldn't use these words. And I don't know, these Western papers really have outdone themselves this time. So you got this guy here, human rights. China won that Winter Olympics battle almost. So this is a British skier, and he failed. He was supposed to win gold this Winter Olympics, and he didn't. He crashed and he didn't win anything. So he's talking about human rights in China. He shouldn't have, they shouldn't have played the games in China. So it sounds like sour grapes to me. Just because you didn't win a gold medal in China, you're starting to blame other things, and you're starting to blame Chinese fake genocide claims and all of these stuff. So it sounds very like sour grapes. He's looking to blame someone, so why not blame the Chinese government for his failings? Absolutely ridiculous. So this story is quite funny. Finnish skier Remi suffers frozen penis in men's 50 kilometers cross country. So this is really funny. So all of the papers around the world were talking about China not having real snow. It's all fake snow. And papers all over the world started talking about, China having fake snow. As you can see here, it says fake snow here. And then you got, it says, skiers and snowboarders are competing on 100% fake snow. This is the signs of how it's made and how it affects performance. But then, what the hell do you call this? What the hell is this then, if it's fake snow? Then you see these articles saying blizzards hinder Winter Olympic events in China, while intense rainfall and storms elsewhere cause fatalities and damage. So why are they? Can you see the difference here? All of these papers are loving the story about fake snow this, fake snow that, but in Beijing, there was a real blizzard going on. There was real snow falling all over Beijing and all of these ice slopes. So you see all of these lies that's going around everywhere, and it's so ridiculous about these ridiculous lies that's going on. And I feel sorry for this guy. This guy probably thought, oh, Beijing's probably got fake snow, so I'm not gonna get myself completely covered. I'll be fine. It's probably not even cold over there, so I'll just wear my boxers and do what I want. So this guy probably didn't take the necessary precautions, and he got his penis frozen, and he deserves it. He probably listened to all of these fake news all over the paper saying, oh, Beijing's got fake snow, don't worry. When you go there, it's going to be really hot. Just wear your boxers and you'll be fine. So I don't think this guy took the necessary precautions. If this was the case, why are all the athletes not have frozen penises? Why is he only this guy? So I think this guy has probably looked at the news and did not take the right precautions. So then you got the Sun. Sun paper is the funniest paper. They come up with the most ridiculous comments. And it's a shame that Sun paper is the most read paper in the United Kingdom, by the way. Absolutely shows how idiotic some people are of this world, and they follow the Sun paper and they read all these ridiculous articles, and they become even more stupid because of it. So this article says, Olympic flop, how China's big Winter Olympics was a catastrophic failure as pics show barren venues, disgusting food and no crowds. So how stupid is this article? How dumb does it sound? Seriously, barren venues and no crowds. China said they're not going to have any crowds because of COVID. They said they're not going to sell any tickets because of COVID. And the COVID was the number one reason why there's no crowds. And, China would have loved to sell it to everyone and anyone. But safety comes first. And if China did not follow the safety rules and people started catching COVID all over the place in the games and the games got cancelled, the whole world would have laughed. They would have said, ha ha ha, China couldn't even run a safe games. All the people that go there caught COVID. They had to cancel the games. Ha ha, absolutely ridiculous. So the fact that China has actually run a successful games, nobody got COVID, games ran as safe as possible, they should be applauded for that, not, these ridiculous articles. And I want to talk about this bit here. It says, disgusting food. Can you see how ridiculous that is? So I did some research into this, and you can see Team USA snowboarder Tessa Mode says Chinese food in the Winter Olympics bubble is hands down the best she's ever had. And I want to show you the Sun paper, what the Sun paper article says. You can see the picture here at the top where somebody posted picture of food at the top. You can see at the top. And reality is, you get buffet in China. You get a buffet, you get a lot of fruit, Western food, you get a lot of Chinese food, and you can choose what you want. And not only that, you get also KFC, you get Pizza Hut. So this ridiculous thing about, disgusting food, I don't know where they come from. And I bet all of these Sun people in the papers have KFC every day in UK, or go to Pizza Hut almost every other day. So you can see the fake news that's going around, and disgusting, showing off China like, giving fake food to people. And, it's really, really sad. It's really sad to see it, to be honest. And it's sad to see it from a British paper who does no research, just comes up with any old ridiculous, article, and people are falling for it. People are reading this, they're falling for it all over UK. Nobody does any research. But at least there's channels like myself who are, spreading the truth and spreading the real truth out there. And so this is why it's important for you guys to kind of spread channels like myself, share, share, like, comment, do your best to kind of improve the algorithm and I'm sure this channel will grow in no time. So looking for you guys to help out the channel, support the channel, and I'm sure you guys will. So let's continue on the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.